Hello gamers, my name is Seated Gamer and welcome back to my face. It's day 8. Let's see what we got. Let's get some angles. You can't see anything on any of the angles. I mean, you can see, so the shadow there, that's not shadow, that's actual face hair. Um, so today I've been just working on this assignment. It's going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Probably going to have to go in either tomorrow or the day after to make sure that it works on the machines in there because they run Linux and this is a Windows computer, so that's how he marks them. He marks them on Linux. Um, but today I want to talk to you about more Magic the Gathering. Yes, because you couldn't get enough of it yesterday. That was 10 minutes. That is the longest. Is that the longest non-gaming video I've ever done? I'm going to go check that right now. But while I do, I'm going to talk to you about my draft deck that I played on Friday that won me that booster pack. Um, so yeah, as I said, it was a red, white, green allies deck. Hang on, let me just check my channel for videos of great length. But yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. So yeah, red, white, green allies deck, pretty basic. I got a few pretty good ones. I should have done this before, but I'll start pulling them out. I've got my rare, which was Munda the Ambush Leader. I got a lot of very distinct allies, like a lot of different allies that do the effects when they enter. That one was okay. That's always a good one. I should really have done this beforehand. This cannot be entertaining to watch. So yeah. Okay, let's go through these. So we got Munda, the ambush leader. Oh man, the glare today. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just go through and talk about them. It's too awkward to show them on the screen, especially with sleeves over them. They're very shiny sleeves. Um, so the big one, the rare, Munda, the ambush leader. 2 red-white for a legendary creature with haste. He's a 3/4 creature. When he or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, so rally is the ability. So whenever card name or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, do a thing. The thing that this guy does is you look at the top 4 cards of your library. If you do, you may reveal any number of ally cards from among them, put them on top of your library, and the rest on the bottom in any order. So yeah, he saved my life a fair few times because he finds you more allies to trigger your rally over and over and over and over again. And it's beautiful. I love it. Another good one was Chasm Guide. It is a 4 mana 3/2 for 3 and a red. Is a Goblin Scout ally with whenever it or another ally enters, creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. So he basically has haste, and he gives all of your dudes haste as long as they're allies. And if they're not allies, if you bring in a non-ally and then an ally on the same turn, then it'll get haste anyway because rally triggers for everything you control. It's pretty good. Another one I was pretty happy with, the Core Entanglers. 4 and a white for a 3/4. Whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, you tap target creature and opponent controls. This really helps when you want to, when they have like some really big buff defender, so like they've got a 10/8 or something like that, and you've got all of these 2/2s and 2/3s. And that's basically all they've got, but if you start swinging in, then he'll just keep whittling down your creatures and you won't be able to do anything. You bring out the Core Entanglers, you start wrecking their shit. You tap it down every turn, you start swinging in, and they die rather quickly. Let's see, what else is a good one? Yes. One of my favorite allies, the McKindy Patrol. So, blah blah blah, enters, creatures you control gain vigilance, which means they don't tap to attack, they attack and they stay untapped. Creatures can't block if they're tapped, they can only block if they're untapped. So, giving your creatures vigilance and tapping your opponent's creatures means you get to swing in and you can still block their stuff next turn. It's pretty good. What else? What else? Yes, another big one. The Tajuru Warcaller. 3 green green. Whenever it blah 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 enters, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. So they do an extra 2 damage, and they can take an extra 2 damage. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Especially when that triggers 3 times in a turn, and all your creatures get +6/+6. It works rather well. He was pretty hard to cast though, because 2 green, and I wasn't really running that much green mana. So yeah. My last Anthem ally trigger, Anthem being it affects all your creatures, was the Ondu Champion, which basically gives your creatures trample. It is 2 red for a 4/3 that triggers trample. He works pretty well against the I have a bunch of 1/1 scions, you can't hit me decks, and he did just that. They had a bunch of 1/1s, I swung in, they no longer had 1/1s, and a lot less life. So yeah, those are all the Anthem guys. Another big one I got was the Angel of Renewal. 5 and a white for a 4/4 flying creature. Creatures with flying can't be blocked except by flying or reach creatures. And when it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life for each creature you control. So in an ally's deck that makes a bunch of creatures, he can gain you a fair chunk of life. And the other card that I was pretty happy with, I will just go through and check that there wasn't anything else. Yeah, that was always a pretty good card. And that guy. Man, how did I miss those? My first run through. Yeah. One last ally, Expedition Envoy, 1 white mana for a 2/1. 1 mana 2/1s are always pretty good. Then I got Ondu Rising. Whenever a creature attacks this turn, it gains lifelink until end of turn. So you swing in, you gain a bunch of life, and you stabilize. I was on about 6 life, and I swung in. I was then on 29 life. It worked rather well. And then one last card I'll show you is Touch the Void. 2 and a red to deal 3 damage to target creature or player. And if a creature would die, if a creature dealt damage by this would die this turn, you exile instead. So yeah, that's basically what the deck was. It also had a bit of land searching to make sure I had the right colors of lands. Had a Scythe Leopard because it's a 1/1 that is basically a 2/2 every turn. And yeah, a couple of Reckless Cohorts, basically to trigger Rally a couple more times a turn. And some Sure Strikes to make sure my stuff stays alive. And a Looming Spires because make sure my stuff stays alive. Oh yeah, another good one. Retreat to Kazandu. So landfall basically, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, do a thing. This one lets you choose between putting a +1/+1 counter on target creature and gaining 2 life. It works rather well with Nissa's Renewal, which search your library for up to 3 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. You gain 7 life. It's rather useful if I do say so myself. Anyways, that's going to do it for me for today. I hope you liked me talking about my draft deck. Wasn't too bad. Oh yes, right. The vlog's longer than 10 minutes. Yes, yesterday's was about 9 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm looking through right now. Most of the ones I'm seeing are no more than 5. Most of the ones from last year are less than 2. Good grief. Couldn't be bothered talking, I guess. Yes, last year. All under 5 minutes, if I'm reading that correctly. Yup. That's all. Oh, 2013 though. 9 minutes 19 on day 6. Yeah, I did not do much on 2013. Ah, maybe that was the year I got sick. I'm not sure. Oh well. Alright. Ooh, man. Getting close on November 2012. 9 minutes 30. I don't think I quite got to... Oh, that's right. The reaction video to the My Little Pony thing. Alright, that was... Oh no, and day 6 of 2013. Got to 13 minutes. That's impressive. Alright. Well, you reckon that's going to be it for me for today then? Did I actually try a vlog series at one point? Huh, wouldn't you know? That was a long time ago, 3 years. What bloody... I don't even know. And then we got the Skyblock series. I'm just looking through what I did. Alright, the Terraria Let's Play. That did not survive. There were a lot of recording problems with that. If you remember that, then oh boy, you've been here a while, haven't you? 3 years at least. Almost 4. Alright, the first recorded... What was the first recorded... What was my first video? I don't know. I swear there was more than that. That was the new year. All of me Black Ops. Right. That's right. I put up a bunch of Black Ops stuff back when I just played that. Put up a couple of videos. You know, they had the little highlights reel thing. That was rather nice. Had a bunch of fun with that. Did enjoy it. Minecraft's Edge. Probably the one I was happiest with, the Minecraft's Edge videos. I was rather happy with how they turned out. For being, what, still in high school at the time. Anyways, that's going to be it for me for today. Bit of a walk down memory lane there. Alright, make sure you donate to Men's Health in the links down below. And yeah, I'll see you people tomorrow with more information about how that assignment went. Hopefully it'll be done by then. Probably record after I get back, if I go. Yeah. See you later.